One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart steel and a spirit unbroken. He rides on to his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals report and pace his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Holy shit, man. Hey, happy Taco Topless Tuesday, man. Hey, good morning. Good morning to everyone, man. Hey, much love, honor, respect to everybody. And I got to give a really big shout out. The very first 50 membership bomb we've ever gotten on the channel was done even before we were live. I wasn't even live for it. You know what I mean? Hey, but Anson coming in and dropping it like it's fucking hot for real, dude. I very much appreciate you, kind sir, for your immense amount of patronage right there, man. That's humongous. So I very much appreciate that, kind sir. But good morning to everybody, man. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful morning so far. We got a lot to get to, so we're going to go ahead and kind of get through my little call to actions, man. So as you guys can see, we got Trump to meet Canadian Prime Minister. It's the new Prime Minister, by the way. I forget what his name is, but anyways, we're going to be discussing that here in a minute. We got Israel and Hamas war updates as well as Conclave to meet. They are meeting. I guess they're doing like a meeting right now, and then they're going to be doing some sort of decision tomorrow, I believe. So we're going to get into that here in a minute. But before we do, man, before we do, make sure you guys hit that like button, man. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube, helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. Listen, I understand, guys. I understand you got to go one extra little step to hit that like button, but it really goes a long way for us over here. So I would very much appreciate it. As well as the subscribe button. If you guys are brand new here, man, hit the subscribe button because it's also free. Little side note. Well, first, we can't get too fucking fast out of control here. We have our memberships, man. This is exactly how we're able to speak the way that we do. Starting only at $2.99 a month, we making sure we're not going to be breaking the bank to anybody, man. But listen, that is the exact way that we're able to do what we're doing right here, right now, because we don't need to cater to views like other YouTubers do. So that's what's fantastic about that option. Follow my Instagram right here at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my lifestyle, but of the show, as well as Millennial Food Time. This is a great way to get a hold of me one-on-one. And Naomi is also putting the link in for the Discord. Make sure you guys hit the Discord link. We've got like the majority of you guys, I would say 95% of you guys in there, but I'd like to make that 100%. That'd be awesome. So I very much would appreciate that. Last but not least, okay, listen, of course, every super chat, gifted membership signups, all these things are, of course, going to be shouted out and presented live onto the show. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube 30% brutal cut, we have these platforms scrolling at the bottom of the show, and I'll allow this to play out for the rest of the show, of course. But, of course, I'll shout you out on those platforms as well. So, hey, basically, maybe you
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate, 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 donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
Shit. Well, good to see everyone, man. Real quick, I gotta get on. Holy fucking shit. No way. Dude, Anson just dropped a second 50 bomb. I thought that was a glitch for a second. Are you serious, bro? That's 100 fucking memberships. Holy fuck. Dude, I'm actually like beside myself. Anson, thank you so much for that, dude. Like, that's actually unreal. Holy fuck, dude. Thank you. Wow. Brother Steve Easy coming in hot, by the way, for the 16 months, by the way. Absolutely. Saying support the best channel on the tube, bro. Hey, man, thank you so much for your membership as well. For 16 fucking months. I very much appreciate that. I think you were, I know you were my first viewer, but I think you were like, are you the very first member too? I can't remember if it's you or I can't remember exactly who. I think it is you, Steve. But man, thank you guys immensely for the warm welcome like that. Anson, thank you for that. And Steve, thank you guys. We got Papa Penguin up in the building. Shout out to my man right there. Good morning to you. Happy Taco Topless Tuesday. It's a fantastic day. We got Brother SNS as well as 13 in here. Good to see you, my man. Thank you for hanging out with us. We got Lapia as well. Good morning to you, kind sir. We got Naomi. Hey, make sure you guys thank Naomi as well. She created all of the emotes, basically. There's only like 2 or 3 in there that she didn't, and they're not even the good ones. She makes the fucking good ones. But nonetheless, she added 2 more right before the stream started this morning. So because of Anson, he unlocked the tier. Now I'm pretty sure that we unlocked quite a bit more with that 100 fucking memberships, dude. That's outrageous. We got Frank in the building as well. Topless Tuesdays, that's right. But you got to include the tacos too. We got Mount High up in here saying morning all. Happy morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Like button and left-handed tobacco all around. Yes, sir. He already knows the deal here. To mediocre morning. I know that you're not feeling too well, man. Listen, when I don't feel well, when I'm sick, I'm the biggest bitch in the fucking world. It's true. It's true. I am not fun to be around. I'm a total wuss. It's great. It's great. Yeah, Papa Penguin, that was humongous. That's outrageous, actually. We got Brother Beezer as well, man, saying morning to the fam, man. Good morning to you, kind sir, as well, over there down in South freaking Florida, man. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. That was some holy shit moments. I know I didn't see it until I started at the end of my call outs when I was doing the call to actions. That's what I meant to say, not call outs. But very much appreciate you guys. Anson is legend. Huge thanks to you, Anson mods. We need to be sharing Anson's link all show. Yeah, that's not a joke. Make sure you guys share his link for damn sure. You guys should be checking him out anyways, not just because you don't, not because of that. Go check him out because he's actually really fucking smart and he breaks down debates so fucking well that it makes it where someone like me can understand, you know, for real. Like he actually has like this system where he has like this 4-tier box system or whatever. And he explains what different, not like fallacies being used, some of them not, how you attack your opponent and what they're doing, whether they're, you know, whatever the case is. There's a lot to learn. So go over there anyways, chairman of the board, go and check him out. He's got some great breakdowns to go check out. We got Kellen Canada, man. Good morning to you, as well as Tiffany. Appreciate you guys so much for hanging out. And XTOS, my man, I saw you were the first person in here today. Good to see you, kind sir. I got a gnat flying around my head. I fucking hate that shit. Feel like I got hit by a truck. Hey, I know that feeling, dude. I know the feeling. Yes, we're very busy working on emotes. Oh, shit. Rainy, shitty weather again. Bike parts on the way. That's perfect. Yes, sir. That's if you're having parts being sent over to you. It's a great day. We got Dwayne up in here. Appreciate you, kind sir. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Mike is lying. He's a gentleman and a pleasure. When he isn't feeling well. Yeah, that's not true.
It's not the cap.
That's definitely not true. I'm not so nice. I don't feel great. If I don't feel great, then I can't give you great. We got Jeffrey Mims up in here. Good to see you. Good morning from Wyoming. Shout out to Wyoming, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Fuck this bullshit, Mike. I've been trying to join for a year, and the same bullshit happens. Asshole, am I tied up again 2 minutes ago? At some point, say fuck it. No, yeah, I would say fuck it if you can't sign up. I mean, I have no idea, man. I wish I could help you and I could control that. But we do have a link. There is a link to, I think Naomi has it. Do me a favor, Naomi. Drop the link for the membership. It's a membership link, where they can click it and it goes directly to the prompt. Because some people don't have the join button option. So there's an actual link. And I did get it for you once, Frank, but you must have forgot to use it. Or it didn't work. Either way. It has to be a setting on your YouTube account. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Rabbit of Chaos, good morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well as well. And yes, you do have to turn on your allow gifts to receive gifts when, the memberships, are gifted. Stuff like that. You do have to turn on allow gifts. And once you put it on for one channel, it works for all YouTube channels that you're subscribed to now. So it's not like you have to do it for every single YouTube channel. You only have to turn it on once. And I believe it's in your chat. And then you hit the cog wheel. And then it says like allow gifted members or something like that. But that's as much as I know. It's been a long time since I turned that on. I think in the very beginning of when the whole thing was first monetized. Well, I'm off to sleep more. Absolutely. Go do your thing, man. I know you don't feel so well. Saying be safe and I'll see you tomorrow. Absolutely, man. Hopefully you feel better, man. That totally sucks. I'll figure that out, Frank. Post it in the Discord for you. That's awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the news. So check it out. We have a few things going on. Now, remember yesterday, I made a quick comment that while I was reading towards the end, I was like, oh, shit, President Trump is coming out to announce something about the NFL. Well, this is what it was. So I have this little part, and it's real quick. It's not long. It's actually recorded halfway through what Trump was saying. So I don't even know what the first half of what he said at all was. And I haven't listened to it, by the way. I'm just saying that right here, this is where they turned on the live stream. So I'm going to play this part, and then we're going to skip ahead and get into more of like what's happening with what we have up here. Trump meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister, Israel-Hamas war, stuff like that. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out what the fuck is going on here. It says President Trump announces Washington, D.C. will host NFL draft.
Extreme, whoever the architect is chosen and the owner, it's going to be something special. I think it's going to be great for the area. Going to be.
Thank you, Papa. That's
will be top
awesome.
of the line. I know these people very well, and they only know about top of the line. And I would say that more will be put into the stadium than would be put into a identical stadium of.
Oh, that's something that I should answer real quick because you guys, I forgot to give you guys that update. So she came back home yesterday from her surgery around 2:33 in the afternoon, and she did fantastic. She is currently, is she under me? Where is she? She might be sleeping under the couch right now. But she was playing all night long. Like it was like nothing even happened. It's like, wow, that's awesome. That you can just bounce like that. But yeah, she's doing very well. So thank you for asking.
Similar size. I think they're going to do a special because of the importance of the location. I have no doubt they'll do a special job. Yeah, please.
Can you explain a little bit about how you would implement tariffs on the film industry, kind of how that would work?
That's true,
That's
Cal.
a different story, but our film industry has been decimated by other countries, taking them out.
So now he's just in the questioning phase right now, but this whole thing announces Washington, D.C. will host NFL draft. That's basically what the announcement was. But now he's going to be questioned on the back end of what his monologue was. And right now they're asking about the tariff on foreign films at 100% tariff.
And also by incompetence, like in Los Angeles, the governor is a grossly incompetent man. He's just allowed it to be taken away from
That cat knocks it over every single night. Every single night.
You know, Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't do very much of that business. They have the nice sign and everything's good, but they don't do very much. A lot of it's been taken to other countries, and a big proportion. And I'm actually going to meet with some because, you know, there's some advantages.
I feel that, Beezer.
I guess, and I'm not looking to hurt the industry. I want to help the industry. But they're given financing by other countries. They've given a lot of things. And the industry was decimated. If you look at how little is done in this country now, you know, you think we were the ones. We used to do 100, not long ago, 100%. Now we do almost like very little. It's shocking. Are you in that business too? Because he's in so many businesses. You could explain it, but it's not a good situation. So we're going to meet with the industry. I want to make sure they're happy with it because we're all about jobs. That's all what I'm, you know, it's very important. It's a big industry, but it's an industry.
Man, I totally agree with you, Papa. He says, Papa Penguin says, considering the pre-elections for SA and other degeneracy in Hollywood, I'm not too concerned about the film industry dying. Society will probably be better off without it. Well, I mean, isn't the point to get them on foreign, not Hollywood? Or are you meaning Hollywood all the way around the world, like in that kind of sense? I would assume kind of the opposite, that they're going for the foreign filmmakers. And if you want to sell your foreign films here in the United States, you're going to pay that 100% tariff. And if you want to have these films not have 100% tariff on them, you'll make them here in the United States. I thought that's basically the main mission. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Industry now that's it's really left. It's abandoned. The
Totally,
USA,
Beezer.
where it started, and we'll get it back. Yeah, please.
Brother Todd J, good morning, by the way.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear the remainder of these remarks.
Nope. So that was an actual replay from yesterday, but that's where they started the live stream this morning. So we're going to go ahead and just skip ahead just real quick to hear what the top stories right now are, and then we're going to go into the main stories.
All of your breaking news alerts, top stories, and of course your live events of the day. As we come on the air, I want to share with you what you can expect on this Tuesday morning, of course, in your political-
shit, brother Steve Posey saying Act Doctor's Office, so I'm not going to be able to watch live. We'll catch up later. Much love, honor, and respect. Hey, man, I very much appreciate you, man, for coming in, and even when you're at the doctor's office. So I very much appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing good. If you're at the doctor's office, you're probably not feeling too well, but hopefully everything is okay. But yeah, man, definitely let us know how it goes in the comments later.
Headlines, giving you a live look at the White House as we are about 3 minutes.
Oh, I understand that it protects the film industry here. I understand what you're getting at. Totally understand. I just don't care about the entire sector. They're all self-important dancing monkeys who think they're running the circus. That is true. I didn't think of it that far. I didn't boil it down that far. That it is ultimately protecting the film industry here. I understand what you're saying. 100%. Good point.
6 o'clock hour here on the East Coast. Of course, we'll have everything.
Yo, brother Hardwire. Sorry for the pauses, everybody. Just got to say hi to my people. That's just the way it is. They also want to keep the big budget U.S. films made here. Too many filmed in other countries to save money. Yeah, no, I totally get the aspect there. But good to see Hardwire open the beauty, by the way.
For you as it relates to the Trump presidency, President Donald Trump, we do know he will be meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney on this Tuesday. He is slated to have a meet and greet at 11:30 this morning Eastern time, and then at 11:45 Eastern time, there will be a bilateral meeting. So we're keeping a close eye on that.
So that's in 25 minutes.
And then later this afternoon, slated for 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're learning that President Donald Trump will participate in a FIFA task force meeting. So we have that in the realm of Trump presidency. Of course, if we are allowed a camera inside, we will bring those comments to you live, raw, and uninterrupted.
That does not surprise me, Kel, especially just knowing Ontario. I'm assuming that's where Trenton is, right? Ontario.
We also have a lot to share with you as it relates to the latest at the U.S. Capitol. I want to transition the shot for you as we are looking at several House hearings and several.
Yes, there are Senate hearings. Is there a Senate hearing and a House hearing?
Subcommittee meetings.
That's what it was. A subcommittee meeting
on this Tuesday morning.
Not Senate.
Giving you a live look at the U.S. Capitol. Cloudy, overcast conditions there. So
okay, so you guys can see the upcoming hearings. So anyways, we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead now. All right. So this is regards to the conclave now. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of what they're going to be saying here. So it's going to be happening on Wednesday at 10 a.m., the same time that, or actually 1 hour before I go live. It's 10 a.m. Central that I go live, but that's when they're doing the whole election for the new pope.
Informed, and you are getting those live feeds and those live analysis. Again, I want to take you out and get.
Yo, brother Chef Couch jumper the building as well, man. Good to see my man right there. Hopefully you're doing well. This beautiful Taco Topless Tuesday. You know what I mean? Shit. Absolutely. All right, back to this.
Give you a live look out in Vatican City here at 6:03 on the East Coast. Now we do know bright and early.
It's totally not a coincidence.
This Tuesday morning, our content partners over at Fox 29 Philadelphia, they actually do have a live anchor and reporter out in Vatican City, Jason Martinez. He's been traveling out there doing live reports for them since 4 o'clock this morning Eastern time. We do want to check in with our content partners over at Fox 29 Philadelphia to get the latest analysis and to see where exactly.
Okay, let's go ahead and hear it then.
And we know Jason Martinez. He is live.
Listen to that audio.
Right. Hello, friends, from St. Peter's Square.
Mainstream media sucks ass, bro.
Stupid.
You can't even hear them over the popping and shit. Fuck that. I'm not even going to listen to it. All right. So the whole Alcatraz reopening, now it's actually in the media. So I don't know this to be a true statement or not. I thought it was kind of like in a passing kind of context with Trump saying it, but I guess maybe he's being for real about it. So let's go ahead and figure out what they're talking about regards to Alcatraz.
Live now from Fox. Right now, we want to turn to a news alert as you take a look at the latest
news
video
alert
on your screen. We know since 19.
Yo, real quick, we got Shazzy Bear coming in hot with the 3 months, by the way, saying good afternoon, Mike and chat. Cooking, absolutely. Very appreciative of your patronage, and thank you for being a member, seriously. But I very much appreciate you very much. That's right.
63.
Good afternoon
Alcatraz
to you.
Island in California has been inoperable. We are following developing news this morning. We're learning it now serves as a tourist attraction and historical landmark, showcasing where some of the most notorious criminals were once held. Well, all of that could change, however, following a new plan from President Donald Trump's administration. Fox News' Ted Linder joins us now to explain.
So is it going to be real?
A historic landmark in California, once known for being an unescapable island prison, could be returning to its roots.
Our country needs law and order.
President Trump proposed a plan over the weekend to reopen Alcatraz as a way to contain
I thought that was an offhand comment.
the country's most violent criminals. The prison, which hasn't been operational in more than 60 years because of its crumbling infrastructure and rising costs, is known for being nearly impossible to escape
Lieutenant
from.
Tobacco
Now,
Time.
Trump's administration says it's time to bring back the prison to isolate some criminals.
These guys must be in isolation. They're able to run their gangs out of our prison system. Think about that. That's why I'm all in favor of Alcatraz.
As details
What are you talking about? Gangs are run from the inside, and it could be on an island like that. It could be 12 feet underground. It could be 30,000 feet in the air. Gangs will still fucking run that shit. It doesn't matter. And what it is communications from the inside. When shot callers are giving calls and saying, yeah, off with his head. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Just saying. It doesn't matter if they're on an island or not. What does that have to do with anything? But anyways.
Remain unclear on potential restorations and upgrades of Alcatraz. Questions are rising on the potential costs to turn the island back from a tourist spot into an operational prison.
I think it's going to be very interesting. We'll see if we can bring it back in large form, add a lot.
Meanwhile, tourists continue to flock to the historic island. As some fear it may be the last time they can see Alcatraz in its original form.
I wanted to take the chance to get out and see some of the history from its early days before they reconstruct it, if it happens.
Others say the cost to rebuild Alcatraz to be functioning for prisoners again is not worth it.
I think it's a waste of money, way too expensive.
Yes, we just need a floating 2 big eyebrows. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, there's no person behind it. It's just 2 big eyebrows. Absolutely.
It's just all talk and not serious.
Along with potential costs, the president could also face other challenges to make changes to a historic location.
It has landmark status, so there would be an avalanche of lawsuits that would probably tie it up for years.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Fox News.
All right, Ted, thank you so much for that detailed report. Our next story takes us out to the Big Apple. You're getting a live look at a very rainy New York City.
I don't care.
Tuesday morning, you're getting a live look outside of Blue Zader. So
I don't care. We're skipping ahead. So this is Mark Carney. I almost said Mike. Mark Carney. So this is the new Prime Minister of Canada. And he posted on X saying, I've arrived in Washington, D.C. ahead of meetings with President Trump tomorrow. Canada and the United States are strongest when we work together. And that work starts now. Prime Minister over there in Canada right now. I like the way he worded that, especially at the end where he did that dash. And that work starts now. Shit. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a little bit. Now, there is an EU Parliament debate today regarding U.S. tariffs. And so these guys have been going forever. This is what they do. They get up there, whine, bitch, complain. It's nothing new. Anyways, vote to choose who will succeed Pope Francis and is almost underway, which will be tomorrow, as you guys know. Let's go ahead and just skip ahead a little bit.
An event that starts at 11:30 this morning Eastern time. To further break that down, we do know that's a high-stakes meeting at the White House. And
yes,
President
that's
Donald
true.
Trump will welcome Canada's new prime minister. The two have already tangled from afar. As Fox News correspondent Doug Luzader reports from Washington this morning, a critical trade relationship, it does hang in the balance.
Listen. That's what's funny about that, Papa, is I lived in California for 29 years. Never once did I want to visit Alcatraz just to visit it. Like, why would you want to visit a prison? Even when it's not in, like, it's not working, it's not a working prison. Still, though, why would you want to go fucking visit a prison, dude? Like, that's, to me, it's always been retarded, too. I'm like, why would anybody go to that? Swear. You know, I'm like, why would people go to that? I don't get it.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney rode a wave of anti-Trump sentiment into office, and he is likely to butt heads with the president today. Mark Carney set foot on U.S. soil yesterday for the first time since becoming Canada's new prime minister. As President Trump said, he's not even sure what the point is.
I don't know. He's coming to see me. I'm not sure what he wants to see me about, but I guess he wants to make a deal. Everybody does.
And trade will have to be issue number one, with Carney promising to take a hardline approach.
Our old relationship, based on steadily increasing integration, is over.
The two may try to find common ground on tariffs, but it's not clear what that would include. Carney's Liberal Party managed a big turn.
It might be me. I don't know, Naomi. It probably is me. But anyways, let's go ahead and hear what they were saying about this. Now, I don't know anything about this dude, by the way. I couldn't tell you if this guy, previous to what was just said, I didn't know if he was a Republican or a liberal. I had no idea, but it sounds like he's liberal, which, whatever.
Carney's Liberal Party managed a big turnaround win this year after standing firm against Trump's tariffs and talk of Canada becoming the 51st state. And even though a huge trade relationship is critical for both countries, the White House is looking for a reset.
Why do we make cars in Canada? Why do we do our films in Canada? Come on. So I think the president's going to have, I think it's going to be a fascinating meeting.
Fascinating, and don't look for the president to give up on the idea of Canada becoming part of the United States.
And why are we subsidizing Canada? If Canada was a state, it wouldn't cost us. It would be great. It would be such a great, it would be a cherished state.
Prime Minister Carney has already said that that will never happen, but the world, he says, has fundamentally changed. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Okay, so let's go ahead and, because they're going to go right back into this EU Parliament bullshit, back to whining and crying. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead of that. Court hearing for alleged Apache school shooter is happening today.
Cruelty to children.
Is this yeah, it's today.
Attorneys also filed a motion asking for a change of venue in the case. They argue that the widespread publicity of the case and the passionate response from the public should be the reason for the trial to be moved. As for Colt Gray's father, Colin Gray, he also faces charges in connection to the tragedy. A judge ruled his trial will either be moved out of Barrow County or jurors from another county will be brought in to hear his case. And we do know at this point that Colin Gray's trial is set to happen in September. The prosecution and defense in that case have until August to give a...
He's going to be like, yeah, I did it. I mean, what's there to say about this case? You know,
their list of full witnesses.
It's understandable too. Like, you would assume it's reasonable to think that this could happen. It's like if someone did something bad to my and unalived my child, it would be reasonable to suspect that I would go harm that person that harmed my child. It's reasonable to think that. So I think every man kind of is sympathetic to that.
Is that they plan to call for that trial. So lots of
Yo, real quick, we got Carney coming in hot, by the way. The new Prime Minister of Canada dropping in with a membership, gifted membership, man. Very much appreciate that. We got freaking Mike's Dirty Leg up in here. We got Straight Jacket up in here. Much love and respect to you, sir. Good to see you. And yes, you did get a freaking, you got a membership. Thanks to Anson. That motherfucker donated 100 memberships this morning, man. Fucking outrageous. So I very much appreciate all of your guys' contributions and becoming members, man. Like, this is like, that's the best of the best right there, is you guys becoming members to me, you know. Of course, super chats and stuff like that are equally just as good. But the truth is the membership thing, that's where I can actually have more of a reliable income source, and I can project what I'm going to have, rather than super chats. You can't predict that. And that's not, I look at that as just a bonus. I work for my memberships, you know. Anyways, back to this.
Here, and we will keep tracking them. But for now, that is the latest here in Barrow County. I'm
Hell yeah.
reporting for Live
Appreciate that, Straight.
All right, Brooke, thank you so much for that detailed report. You and your team have a great rest of your day.
Yo, and Ghost Eagle as well got a gifted membership as well this morning. Good morning to you, kind sir. Over there on the West Coast, man. Good to see you. Baba Penguin with the 16 months as well. So we had two 16-month re-ups today. One being Steve Easy and one being Papa Penguin, man. Very much appreciate both of you guys. Papa says, best channel, best host, and best chat. Hey, listen, man, that is the best. That is the number one compliment I could get right there. And you consolidate it like that. I'm very, very honored by that. You can always tell by the character of your chat. This is something I've just noticed as live streamers, you know, from a live streamer's point of view. You can always tell the character of their chat, believe it or not. It's a direct reflection of who they are, you know. So I very much appreciate that, Papa Penguin. It means a lot. We got Naomi as well coming in with the 3 months, sending in, saying, sending love to my man and the awesome community. Thank you, Naomi. Absolutely. Thank you for the 3 months. And for all the freaking help and the immense amount of work that you do for the channel, whether it be the emotes, the Discord. I'm very, very grateful. As well as 13, by the way. He puts in a fuck ton of work into that Discord. So I very much appreciate both of them for the crazy amount of work that they do, man. And very selfless, very selfless. All right.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and skip ahead. They're going to go back into the EU Parliament again. So that's like their third hour. They're still going after another commercial break. EU Parliament bullshit. Okay, they're going back to that. Okay, update on 2017 congressional baseball practice shooting. I don't know about that case, so we're going to go ahead and just skip over that. If you guys want to see that, you guys can go over the mainstream media and watch that, but I'm not really that interested in some super old shit. Secretary Hegseth delivers keynote speech for Special Operation Forces week. I guess he's going to be talking a decent amount about the Houthis, I would assume. So I'll play just maybe a minute of this just to hear what he's talking about. But this is a super, super long ordeal. This is like a 35-minute speech that he does. I saw it clipped up on YouTube this morning right before I went live, and it was like 35 minutes. And I was contemplating about watching it, but it was a little too long. But anyways, let's go ahead and tap in for a sec.
And third, as I've said many times before, but it's important to hear today with so many of our partners, America first does not mean America alone. We shift our focus as we do to the Indo-Pacific. President Trump looks to our partners throughout the world to put their shoulder to the plow and take their share of the burden in their own defense, which is a message you've heard from me on the world stage multiple times, and we will continue to yell from the rooftops. We look to our friends to be force multipliers alongside the United States. It has to be a two-way.
Well, of course. Anyways, he's just gonna ramble on for a bit.
Dividends on our border, in the Indo-Pacific, and around the world. Partners, as I see so many of our partners.
Come on.
A choke point built by Americans.
The choke point, are you talking about the Red Sea? What are you talking about?
And toward the United States. In an instance of the Panama Canal, that's key terrain.
Oh, no.
A choke point built.
Yeah, okay. He's using a reference.
By Americans that ought have our focus.
Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and skip ahead. Jury selection continues in Diddy's sex trafficking trial. This is so the second day of the ordeal with Diddy.
A white collared shirt and gray slacks, which the judge had allowed.
Man, I could give two fucks what homeboy was wearing.
Rather than jail clothing. He's been held in a grim federal lockup in Brooklyn since his arrest last September. His hair and goatee almost fully gray.
Yeah, no kidding.
To reporters who were inside of that courtroom. And unlike other recent high-profile celebrity trials, Diddy's court case won't be broadcast live because federal courtrooms don't allow electronic recordings inside, meaning a courtroom sketch artist will serve as the public's eye.
Oh my God. The whole sketch thing is just too funny to me. It's always been that way. Anyways, hearing to consider Pentagon nominations is happening today, I believe, from the House. Yes. And then later today, which I'm going to hopefully find right now, maybe we can see. Oh, we've got the breaking news in Israel. That's what we're going to go ahead and see next. All right. This is the next ordeal here.
We are tackling some breaking news on this Tuesday. Israel's military saying that it launched airstrikes against Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen and fully disabling the country's international airport.
Oh, shit. Fully disabled their entire airport over there. Wow. IDF fighter jets struck and dismantled Houthi terrorist infrastructure at the main airport in Sana'a. The strike was carried out in response to the attack launched by the Houthi terrorists. And then it says down here, Israel's military says it has disabled Yemen's main airport.
The capital. It also said several power plants were struck.
Yeah,
in the
dismantled.
area. Footage aired on Israeli television showed thick black plumes of smoke.
It means it turned into sand. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about it turned into a whole bunch of rubbish, you know? Yeah, that's probably what it looks like.
Rising above the skyline of the capital there. Social media videos also showing multiple strikes with black smoke rising.
Thank you,
as
Naomi. Appreciate that.
Blasts echoed against the surrounding mountains. The strikes were the second time in 2 days that Israel attacked the rebels in Yemen. It's in retaliation for a missile strike on Israel's airport on Sunday. Now, this is a developing story of previously the Associated Press, and we have also been covering the fact that Iranian-backed Houthi rebels said also that Israeli strikes had hit the capital shortly after Israel's military issued a warning for people to evacuate the area of Yemen's international airport. There was no immediate information on any casualties. The Houthis' satellite news channel said the strikes had hit Sana'a International Airport. They came a day after Israel launched airstrikes on Monday night in retaliation for
We don't got a better shot than that.
Missile strike the previous day on Israel's international airport. Now, on Monday night, Israel targeted the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen's Red Sea province, killing at least one person and wounding 35. The rebels' media office said at least 6 strikes hit that crucial port. And the Houthis on Sundays did launch again that missile that struck an access road near Israel's main airport near Tel Aviv, briefly halting flights and commuter traffic. 4 people were lightly injured. It was the first time a missile struck the grounds of Israel's main
I didn't know that. So the missile that got through, the hypersonic missile that got through over there in Israel at their airport, there was 4 people that got hurt. I didn't hear about if anyone had even gotten hurt or if anyone was unalived, but I heard the number there for the first time, and that would be 4 people were injured. They were hurt. So hopefully they survived that. That's terrible.
Report since the October 2023.
That W is badass, by the way.
And prompted a flurry of flights.
Hey, you know what I love about that W too? It's got that skull in the very, if you guys are detail oriented, and I know it's kind of hard to see on an emote. I know it's hard, but I have the full blown up one. I'll post a picture of it in the Discord. And the middle of the W is a skull. It's badass. And the end, like, she does a great job at creating this shit. There's no way I could do it.
The Houthis have targeted Israel throughout the war in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza, raising their profile.
Yo, Rebecca, good to see you. Good morning.
Described axis of resistance capable of launching regular attacks on Israel. The U.S. military under President Trump has launched an intensified campaign of airstrikes targeting the Houthis since March 15th. And while most missiles launched by the Houthis have been intercepted, some have penetrated Israel's missile defense systems, causing damage. Israel has repeatedly struck against the rebels in Yemen. And that is just the latest breaking.
Yo, Mooch up there in Canada. Good to see you. It's been a minute, but good to see you. And I see that you got one of them gifted members. Nice membership. Anson Knowles. Well, I'm sorry. He changed his name because he's got a professional show now. Chairman of the board gifted out a fuck ton of memberships. So you guys can definitely thank him as well for the memberships, man. He dropped a humongous bomb today.
News that we have here. Again, this is a post on X from the Israel Defense Forces detailing this latest strike here. And it does say,
Yo, Motogado, good to see my man up in the building. Shout out to you and happy Topless Taco Tuesday to everybody, man.
Fighter jets struck and dismantled Houthi terrorist infrastructure at the main airport in Sana'a. The strike was carried out in response to the attack launched by the Houthi terrorists.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We're going to move on now to another live event that I did preview just before that last commercial break, heading back down to Capitol Hill, where we are now watching an oversight hearing, and testifying at this hearing is Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
man. Fuck this. Homeland Security. Noam testifies at oversight hearing. Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead and see if we get this live image regarding the Canadian Prime Minister's meeting. I don't know if it should have started already, right? Yeah, it should have started already. So let's see if they pop it up. Come on. I'm going to be super bummed if it's not. Oh my God. Okay, well, at least we got a little something right here regarding the Prime Minister. Good. I do want to hear it. I do want to hear it.
As we are awaiting the Canadian
Almost
Prime Minister.
live. We're only 7 minutes behind the actual live stream right now.
Mark Carney coming to the Oval Office.
Morning to you, by the way. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Good to see you as always.
To meet with President Trump. Just moments ago, President Trump put on Truth Social saying, I look forward to meeting the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. I very much want to work with him, but cannot understand one simple truth. Why is America subsidizing Canada by $200 billion a year in addition to giving...
Yo, Moto Bomb, good to see you at work, but stopping in to say hello with my new gift and membership. Yes, you were actually one of the first people that, actually you were the very last person on the list that got it on the first round. But Moto Bomb, good to see you, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well.
Oh, shit!
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to see if I'm going to catch up here. Okay. All right, we're good.
Them free military protection and many other things. We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything they have other than their friendship, which hopefully we will always maintain. They, on the other hand, need everything from us. The Prime Minister will be arriving
there you go,
shortly,
Charlotte.
and that will
That's
be
right.
most likely my only question of consequence. So that is a really interesting statement and really...
Man, I didn't listen to a goddamn thing that dude just said. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and read it myself. I look forward to meeting the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. I very much want to work with him, but cannot understand one simple truth. Why is America subsidizing Canada by $200 billion a year in addition to giving them free military protection and many other things? We don't need their cars. We don't need their energy. We don't need their lumber. We don't need anything they have other than their friendship, which hopefully will always maintain. They, on the other hand, need everything from us. The Prime Minister will be arriving shortly.
That is a really interesting statement and really tease up the meeting, and it could be intense, and that is why we are excited to have the cameras inside there of the Oval Office and get some...
Yes, I was figuring that it was Ontario, and I would figure if it were going to happen anywhere, it would happen in Ontario regarding the whole film stuff. Yeah, I would assume that if they were going to do it up there, it would happen there.
Insight from both President Trump and Prime Minister Mark Carney. Will there be fireworks? We will wait and see on that. So as we await the
we got freaking Hook Dog up in the building. Happy topless Taco Tuesday, man. Hopefully you're doing good. Good to see you as always, man.
We'll hear more coverage from the White House and also the Vatican. We've got you covered here on this busy Tuesday as the news of the day continues, and we wait for more updates coming both from the Vatican as well as the White House. And now we do want to go back out to more of the coverage. Fox 29 in
Hardwire, I gotta admit, I mean, what Trump said there in that tweet on Truth Social or whatever, yeah, he didn't say anything incorrect there. It's a very good stance, in my opinion.
Philadelphia, their special coverage in Vatican City.
Okay, so it looks like that's going to be it.
Here.
Okay, it is. That is where they're going to leave us off. We got Dragon Classy up in here. Good morning to you. Good to see you, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and find somebody that we're going to go ahead and raid. That's what we're going to do. I like doing that. I like being able to send legends off into a legend space and or a comical space, you know? Let's see what we've got here. We've got a lot to this. Oh, we've got some. Okay, it's up to you guys. You guys let me know. 1 in the chat for truth about modern dating, or 2 for this panel that is an all black panel, and they're just over there and they just say the most radical shit on the planet. And to me, it's comical. So, truth about modern dating or the panel? Let me know, everybody. You guys get to decide this one. But I will start closing out. I can't thank you guys enough for being here with me, man, because you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you guys decided to be right here with me, man. So I'm very honored with that. Hopefully everyone does and has a fantastic rest of your day. And it looks like the most of you guys get I like this one. Put on porn. That's fucking hilarious. Frank, you're good. You're good. I like that. It looks like the majority is saying 1. That's what it looks like so far. All right, so we'll go ahead and set that up and send you guys over to the Saint and the Sinner. And he has a certain way of being able to consolidate shit, and that is just hilarious. I mean, he is fucking funny too, so you're still gonna get a good laugh. We got Chatting with Stacks, by the way, catching the very end of the show, man. Hopefully you're doing well, and happy Topless Taco Tuesday to you, kind sir. But I can't thank you guys enough. I always appreciate you guys more than you guys even know, man. Lappy, I appreciate you as well. Good to see you, by the way. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness. And until then, God bless everybody. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness. Much love, honor, respect, everybody.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning.